There are new rumors of Vince McMahon starting a post-WWE company following his departure from the company last year, with Fox possibly set to be involved. However, Fox are distancing themselves from these reports. We got the ratings for Friday's edition of SmackDown featuring the return of the final boss, The Rock, an update on Hook as he prepares for AEW contract negotiations, plus what happened last week in that strange and bizarre segment featuring Thunder Rosa, Megan Bayne, and Penelope Ford. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with these rumors regarding Vince McMahon and a post-WWE company. Now, if you recall correctly, in the fall of 2024, a report came out that former WWE CEO Vince McMahon was setting up a post-WWE company following his resignation from WWE, as well as the parent company TKO Group Holdings last year. Of course, this was in amid all of the allegations and accusations made against him as part of the ongoing Janelle Grant lawsuit. Now, recently, during the 83 Weeks podcast, Conrad Thompson and former WCW president Eric Bischoff discussed the rumors and some interesting updates about who could possibly be involved. Here's what they had to say.
You know, you mentioned earlier, there's been lots of speculation, lots of rumor and innuendo about Vince McMahon starting a company. Should I say the quiet part out loud, Eric?
Well, man, it's all up to you.
Well, there's been lots of whispers. You've heard the same things that I have. I don't know what's real and what's not. But allegedly, Vince McMahon's people have made contact with people who have experience shooting wrestling, maybe cameramen. And allegedly, I don't know if this is real or not, but the rumor mill, the whispers say, perhaps Fox is holding a spot.
Wow.
Oh. And I think to myself, that doesn't sound real. That sounds like bullshit, as my dad would say.
Yes, sir, Larry.
And then I find myself watching the Super Bowl on Sunday, and my phone starts blowing up. Vince McMahon is at the Super Bowl. And I say to myself, when is the last time I remember seeing Vince McMahon in a football game for a league he didn't own? I don't remember ever seeing or hearing that. And wait a minute. Was the Super Bowl on Fox? Because I think it was. Now, I'm not saying anything, but I am saying we've heard rumors that Vince has a studio and that he's hired a bunch of former WWE executives. And then we're hearing rumors that he's had conversations with cameramen who have experience shooting wrestling, which seems awfully specific. And if he's just shooting traditional entertainment, why do you need a wrestling cameraman? And we're hearing, well, maybe he's got a spot with Fox, and that sounds like bullshit. They just got out of the WWE business. And besides, doesn't Fox own Tubi, which is going to air Evolve? That's a WWE product. It can't be. Wait a minute. Are you saying Vince was at a Fox ran Super Bowl? I don't know, Eric. What say you? Is there smoke to this fire, or are people trying to will all of this in and try to put on their tinfoil hats? Where do you land on all of this, Eric?
I would be the latter, not the former. I just can't wrap my head around it. And I get it. It's entertaining as hell what if? Because we all know, right? We're going to be sitting here on our show talking about it, how crazy it is. And it's fun to talk about crazy shit happening that you never expected. But I still can't wrap my head around it. And I've heard the same things. You've heard some of them. I've heard some different things, and maybe I've even remembered to share with you. Nothing big, or I remember to share it. But yeah, little bits and pieces, comments here or there that kind of make you go, But part of that is because I want to go, what if? Because, hey, it's fun. But I just don't see it. There's too many things that make sense in this rumor, makes sense, You've connected some dots that are definitely dots and worthy of connectivity. But it's not the complete picture because there's a couple other things that would have to happen that I just can't imagine happening.
I can't either. I can't imagine that it's real, but we just keep hearing these whispers in the background and, hey, did you hear? And it's like, if I'm Vince McMahon, this would be the last thing I would be interested in. Like,
yeah, well, you're not Vince McMahon, and neither am I.
Yeah,
which is one of the reasons why I think it's a possibility.
Okay.
It's one of those dots. Remember when I said there's dots here? He's going to take a lot of dots, got to connect them all. Well, the first big dot, like the starting dot, is Vince McMahon. Would he really want to do this? Fuck yeah. Doesn't mean he can pull it off, or he would allow himself to try, necessarily make the decision to try. But in terms of what he would want to do, because he's not going to, he could have a really cool yacht. He could have his own little island down in Bimini or wherever else he wanted an island. He could live an amazing life and never have to experience one moment of stress. Again, he ain't gonna do that. You might do that. I would definitely do that. He's not gonna do that. I don't care if he's 98. If he's still drawing breath, he is going to be driven to conquer something. Here's the missing link for me, Conrad, to be just really blunt about it. Do I really believe there's a scenario where Fox Network would lay down that big of a bet on another wrestling company? I just can't wrap my head around that part.
I can't either. You know, if it didn't work with WWE, what would make me think it would work with a startup? Like, now, granted, they were looking for a return on investment, and maybe he's going to be much more affordable now. I mean,
or because now this is another dot I could connect. What if Fox is a partner and not a distribution partner?
Okay, they got skin.
What if Fox has now? What if they're building their own version,
and they're going to own it? Okay,
and they're going to own it, and they're going to have it internet. So now you got me leaning into that possibility.
Put your fucking tinfoil hat on, you son of a bitch!
No, I'm not there yet, because that's a giant freaking leap. But I'm not going to totally discount it either.
That's what's fun about wrestling, you know, what's possible. Listen, that is right now probably the biggest what if. And although most of us would say, what are the odds that's going to happen? I've got a 2-screen experience going on right now, and Linda McMahon is in her confirmation hearing for the Secretary of Education right now.
And she's going to get it.
And never did I imagine that would be happening right now either. We're in some sort of an alternate timeline simulation right now anyway. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that, listen, I, for one, am hopeful. There might be another major professional wrestling spinoff startup. That would be fucking awesome.
Now, when it comes to reactions to all of this, there's been a bit of cold water being poured on these rumors. First, from Andrew Marchland from The Athletic. He is reporting on social media, quote, "There is a report that Vince McMahon might start a wrestling company with Fox as a partner. If McMahon is planning that or not, I don't know. But the Fox part is not true, according to a network spokesman." In addition to that, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful is reporting that Fox have denied any involvement in a possible Vince McMahon wrestling promotion when we reached out. Of course, we get any more details on these rumors, we'll let you know in a future video. Now, speaking of the former show that aired on Fox SmackDown, we got the ratings for Friday's edition on the USA Network. The February 21st episode of WWE SmackDown was a show that had everyone asking one question: what was The Rock going to do? By the time the final boss left the ring and Cody Rhodes was left standing there knowing The Rock wanted his soul, fans around the world were asking even more questions. While some answers might be given at Elimination Chamber this coming weekend, the question of how many people tuned in to the USA Network to see all 3 hours of SmackDown have been answered. The answer to that question is a lot, as the February 21st episode averaged a total of 1.736 million viewers, according to the Programming Insider. That is not only a 22% rise from the previous week and 16% above the trailing 4-week average of 1.49 million, but it is the highest average SmackDown has earned since the September 6, 2024 episode. That was the last one to air on Fox, meaning that the February 21st episode earned the largest average viewership since WWE's Blue brand moved back to the USA Network on September 13th, 2024. In terms of the 18 to 49 demographic, there was more good news for SmackDown, as the show posted a 0.51 number, a 19% increase on the February 14th episode, and an 11% increase on the trailing 4-week average of a 0.46. While this is not the highest number since the move to the USA Network, it was the highest number in the demographic since January 31st and was more than enough to secure the top spot in the night's rankings across network and cable telecasts in that category, with the college basketball on Fox finishing second with a 0.41 number. Finally, SmackDown once again nabbed the top spot in the 25 to 54 demographic by posting a 0.67 number. A bit of an update here when it comes to Hook and his AEW future, because he's going to be having contract negotiations soon. Since debuting for the company in late 2021, Hook has solidified himself as a prospect on the AEW roster, capturing the FTW Championship on 3 occasions since his debut. Hook is now a member of the Ops alongside Samoa Joe and Katsuyori Shibata, who have been feuding with Christian Cage, the Patriarchy, on AEW television. While Hook has been consistently featured on AEW TV, there have been lingering questions from fans regarding the second-generation star's future in the company, with previous reports last year suggesting that his deal was set to be up at the end of 2024. Now, in a new update, PW Insider has revealed that the 25-year-old has signed a notable wrestling agent in Barry Bloom for representation in his upcoming contract negotiations with AEW. While the news of Bloom signing Hook has only just been reported, according to PW Insider, this actually happened several months ago. It was also noted that AEW are expected to make sure that Hook remains with the company, with WWE previously being reported to have interest in signing him. However, it is unclear if that is the case now. And finally, still people are talking about that strange segment last week on AEW Dynamite. Now, the February 19th episode of AEW Dynamite saw an awkward post-match angle that left many confused. Following a match with Chris Statlander, Penelope Ford got involved and helped out Megan Bayne. Thunder Rosa made the save with a chair, and an odd series of events unfolded. Bayne and Ford's characters looked unbothered by the situation, while Thunder Rosa held back, hitting them with chairs. Now, online speculation claimed that Bayne and Ford went into business for themselves, but the claim internally to Fightful Select was that wasn't the case. Those that Fightful spoke to said it would have been a coach or producer miscommunication in not instructing the talent where to position themselves. Sources in AEW said that the situation was discussed following the segment and that none of the participants have any issues working together. But there you go, guys. That's the latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe bottom right hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.